I'm going to talk about it again. I'm probably going to get heated, probably start sweating. I'll probably swear a few times. If I could wave a magic wand over the contractors that I've worked with for years, my magic wand would be I wouldn't have to have this frickin' conversation so often. And this is the conversation of really taking it seriously about your role as a salesperson. Yes, you have all these other roles in your business. I get it. But your role of a salesperson in regards to building your own sales teams of non-employees in your business. Just because you need a sales team doesn't mean you have to hire all these salespeople. And that's what this influencer thing is, guys. And we struggle with sales for a few reasons here. And one of, let me just give you a few of them here real quick. Number one, you struggle with sales because I'm going to talk some mindset here, and then we'll get into some of this practical stuff of building your influencer list. You tolerate a day without a. I'll tell you what, that's been one of the things that's made a huge difference in my own business in the last year and a half or so. Is I started logging into my CRM that Neil and Roz run for me. And, it's called Entreport, and there's a dashboard on there, and it says today's sales, okay? Because we do everything through Stripe and online and stuff like that. And guys, when I see a 0 there, I lose my crap. I'm like, holy cow. And just the act of me logging in once a day and going, how'd we do? How'd we do today? Because, I'm not always having a sales conversation with people. And so we struggle with sales because we don't set a goal. Now, most of you will set a goal at the beginning of the year, but right now, I guarantee you, if I polled this group right this second, 80% of you would not have a Q2 sales goal, nor would you know where you're at in relation to that. I would say 80% of you, okay? You don't prospect, okay? That's another reason that you struggle with sales. You don't track your sales like we just talked about. Like, you got to look at this crap daily, guys. And then we have all sorts of other head trash and all that. So let me revisit what a salesperson is here. Okay, Tom's definition. It's someone who makes money appear for a company from current or a salesperson. If you're going to fulfill this role in your business, it's your job to basically shit money. Okay, it's that simple. You are the magic money tree in your business. Okay, if we need money, we should go tap you on the shoulder and go, hey, the business needs money. That's the role. We've talked in the past here in the CSA about, being an imposter, right? We talked about unicorns. The unicorn is the one who, and I appreciate, I think it was Tim Catroni back here when I said, what have you guys sold this week? Tim just said 0. See, Tim gets it, and that's why he's a Shin Fu master, because he's not being an imposter. Tim, I appreciate that. See, somebody who would be focused on unicorns would go, they wouldn't just say 0. They go 0, but I have $110,000 of bids out there. Something to make us feel better, to make us feel like we're not, just being real. And he just said it was hard to say this. Yes, it's absolutely hard to say this. An imposter is somebody who doesn't hit their sales goals regularly, doesn't implement every weapon at their disposal. This is a big one. And listen, we're in the mastermind here, so you guys got thick skin. There are a lot of weapons here in this group. One of the weapons is, all right, man, I know we're flying along. You're in the busy part of the year. There's got to be issues, whether it's collections or money, or I'm selling, but I'm not making profit. I got team issues and all this other stuff, whatever it might be in the business, because we all have these issues. I was just, I don't know, kind of just jumped out at me as kind of weird. Like, damn, you guys got this opportunity to get better, get some coaching, and only 2 people wanted it. I don't know. I want to set the table for some of the things that I think are really important traits for you to have as a salesperson that are within your control. Because, guys, I'm never going to coach anybody or ask you guys to do something that's not within your control. Can't control the weather. Can't control other people, but I can control my attitude. I can control my actions. So if you want to be a top salesperson, you got to be competitive. I tell you what, that's the biggest wins I've had in my life come from my absolute disgust for losing. Okay. You got to be hit that rock day in and day out and day in and day out and day in and day out. See, are you sick of it yet? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of doing this. This is boring. It's mundane. It's the same crap. It's not creative. I don't get to be artsy. I'm not cutting crown molding. I'm not building a water feature. Day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Many of us are consistent for 2, 3, 4 days, and then we go in the tank, and you'd never know we were ever trying to sell a damn project in our life. All right? That's probably your biggest enemy right there, if you're not kicking ass in your sales. If your business is not growing, you guys, it's dying. I don't care if you're a $200,000 business and you're happy there. If you're 200 grand every damn year, you're dying because you're getting older. Your back is getting older. Okay? Your knees are sick and tired of working in the field and all this other stuff. If you're a $2 million company and you've been 1.5 to 2.3 for the past several years, you're dying. We should always want to be growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Doesn't mean you have to be the biggest, baddest company in the world with 100 trucks and 50 employees or whatever it is. But guys, please be aggressive, all right? Be competitive, be consistent. You got to measure. Top salespeople measure every day. They love keeping score. They love keeping score, but not just looking at the scoreboard of what they're selling. Now that's important. I just said that I look at my sales every day, but you know the other thing I do every day, I'll show you here. This is the thing that we keep score on. Where the heck is it? It's on my phone. See, every day at around 11 a.m., I get, hopefully you can see it, I get an email from my CRM system that Neil set up for me to get this email, and it basically is measuring how many email subscribers I have in my world, okay? So for instance, last Friday at 11 a.m., you have 3,351 valid email contacts in your account. You're killing it. Celebrate. That's what it says every day. And then guess what? That was 3,351. The next day, you have 3,369. The next day, you have 3,378. Okay, let's fast forward to today. You have 3,414. See, every day, my email list grows. So that's what I mean by measuring, you guys. I don't measure, yes, I look at the sales every day, but I know the activity that drives my sales. One of those indicators is how many people are in my world, getting our emails, listening to the podcast, subscribing to my YouTube channel, things like that. So when I'm a basketball player and I'm on the court, okay, dribbling, let's go left hand, here we go. You don't see basketball players looking up at the score the whole time. They're looking at the court, they're passing the ball around, they're setting picks, they're doing whatever their job is, okay, because they've reversed engineered. Hey, if we pass the ball X amount of times, we make this block in football, you know, if I could get ahead in the pitch count as a baseball player, whatever it is, those are the things that lead to the wins. Okay, so those are the things you have to measure. So I want everyone to type in the box right now, what is one key performance indicator, KPI, that you could measure that will always tell you if you're on the track, on the right path to hitting your sales numbers. And it can't be a sales goal number. Those are static things. That's a snapshot in time, okay? Wayne just said, there you go, Tim, percentage of close to leads. So if I had 100 leads, what's my close rate, as says Klotz here. Wayne says number of podcast listeners, YouTube subscribers. So those are the actions that I focus on as a salesperson in my business, okay? That's what I want you to measure. Identify what's the shit that when I do it, when we grow this metric, the bank account grows. For me, it's my email list. When my email list grows and when my YouTube channel grows, my bank account grows. Okay. All right. Whew. Last thing I'm going to talk about here, and then I'm getting into this influencer stuff. Top trait of a salesperson, you have got to be your biggest. I've said this before. I screenshotted this today. Mike, or not Mike, I just saw Mike Klotz's name. Dean Graciosi, business dude, pretty cool human being, stuff like that. I just got a little thing I screenshotted from him. It says, consistency is harder when no one is clapping for you. You have to clap for yourself during those times. You should always be. I have said that for years, that you have to be your absolute biggest fan if you're going to be a top salesperson. You have to believe that it is a freaking sin for anyone else to hire a company other than yours. All right. And if you're not your, nobody's going to be. All right. And Klotz, you are pretty amazing, man. Thanks for sharing that in the box. So guys, good thing is you're in control of all those things. Another one is optimism, right? Top salespeople are optimistic. So you got to build your own personal brand, build your own personal pipeline for your business. That's what this whole influencer thing is about. All right. And to me, just for definition's sake, an influencer is who stands in front of my ideal customer every day of the week or interacts with them every day of the week. So if I'm a deck builder, then who are the guys that are loading guys' trucks in the lumber yard? Okay. For consumers and things like that. Or if I'm a painter, it's the